and excited to have you. I'm just excited just to hang out with everybody, So grateful. Thank you for spending some time with us. Let me make sure that these are going to all the right places. And good evening, afternoon, good day. I suppose you say that, right? Is that an Aussie thing? Good day,
Uh,
mate.
G'day, mate. How's it going from down under?
Love it. Hey, we're gonna have a lot of fun tonight, and if you couldn't tell already, we're a big family, kooky family. But we're gonna talk about some business. We're gonna talk about ways to make money. We're gonna talk about ways to transform your health and everything. My name is James Zheng. I have an honor being your host at MC today, alongside with two amazing partners, friends, family, and everything. We got Pam Middleton. Pam, where are you from?
I'm from California, born and raised.
Yeah,
Uh,
awesome,
Now
awesome.
living in Northern California. Yeah.
Let's go. Miss Annika Bell, where are you at now?
Well, I'm in Sydney, Australia. I'm currently in the foyer of my apartment because
Mm.
we started renovating our apartment and there's jackhammers going on in there. But why this is really important to show you is we can take our business anywhere. It does not matter if you are in a cafe, a hall, anywhere that you are. We have the most smartest computer screen on the face of the planet in our hands. And I just prove whether I'm at the hairdressers or I'm here, you can plug in wherever you want, guys. It's
Percent.
true.
Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Well, today in the next
Mhm.
30, 45 minutes, we're going to share some really life-changing information with you and excited. We're going to talk about the six-figure blueprint, a way that we found where from anywhere you can make extra income for more freedom, impact, and fun. And I want to kind of preface today with that mindset. I think the why is important, the how becomes clear. So what are you looking for in your life? Like if you have a word that describes, if you could have anything that you want more in your life of, throw that in the chat below. Like, what are you thinking about? Is it more travel? Is it more flexibility? Is it more time? Is it more impact? Is it more memories? Like throw a word in the chat below as you're pondering that. More travel and time and freedom. Yeah, experiences, family time and all that. Money, 100% impact memories, travel, all the above. So we will talk about all of those today and show you exactly how we're going to do that. For those who don't know me, my name is James Zhang. My wife Becky is also, she's on here right now with their baby Jade, and we're just feeding him. Literally, we could do this from everywhere. And we've been involved in this type of business for 16 years. I got started as a 19-year broke college or uni student, depending where in the world you are. Never thinking I'd be doing anything like this at all. Who here, by the way, today professionally is doing something you never thought you'd be doing at all, right? We all have these ideas, and I'm like, I was going to be a medical doctor. But actually, what I realized is I didn't want to be a medical doctor to be a doctor. I wanted what I perceived a doctor could get, which was income and freedom and impact and respect. And when I realized there's more ways to do that, that a profit is better than a wage. And I stumbled into this type of profession while I had no experience. I was really bad at this for a long time. I found good mentors, a system, worked at it, and you give it some time. And it's been 13 years since I've had a job. My only boss right now is God and my wife, but it's allowed us an opportunity where this year alone, we've been able to travel. My son's been able to travel more than I did in my first 20 years. And we thought we were about to be done with travel. But we literally just added on going to Macau, going to Hong Kong, going to Japan this year as well, too. So I'm just not going to say never again, because when you have freedom, you have opportunities to choose what you want to do, with whom you want to do with, and everything. The question is how, though, for you? How do we achieve more freedom? Well, that's why I wanted to bring up some of our incredible leaders here to share what matters. But Annika is somebody that I've had the opportunity to really get to know in these last, has it been only 4 months or something, Annika? It feels like forever that I've known you.
This whole weekly pay and weekly runs, it goes quick, but it feels like you get to the end, you're like, that was a big week. And you start the next week, we're running again. So it's like in my old company, we did monthly. So it'd be like, oh, start my month slow. All right, we're picking it up. All right, we'll run to the end. That was always our thing. But this, I think, because it just feels so intense, which I love it because I get bored so easily that this thing's just got me hook, line, and sinker. This comp plan, the fact that we get weekly pay. Oh my God. I'm not getting down to the baked beans in the tin because I've spent money like I'm the queen of anywhere right now when I normally get the payday monthly. But it's definitely been a very short period, James. But I feel like mi casa tu casa, buddy. Feels like we have just known each other for my whole life, really.
Yes, for sure. Right. Like attracts like. And I know that everyone that's on here today, you're brought here because someone thought of you. You're brought here because someone's like, I feel aligned with you. And I think an
Yeah.
important thing in life, if you want to have joy and freedom, is not what you do necessarily, it's who you're with. So you want to have good company. And I hope you guys feel that there's good company today. But Annika, I want to bring you on here today because if you guys don't know Annika, she's led an incredible business entrepreneurial life. She's a serial entrepreneur. She's created sales teams that have done millions and millions and millions. She's also a brand expert and especially in social media. And she regularly coaches and teaches all of us the things that she's learned over the course of time. But she's also a visionary, and you're very wise on picking opportunities. And not long ago, you had an unfortunate situation you weren't looking for, and then you decided here. But talk to us about the trends you're seeing now and what we should be evaluating if we want to create more freedom in our life.
Yeah. Well, thanks for that intro. I think we all come to that fork in the road where you can either lay over and say, all right, well, things has happened and do I want to be part of this industry? Or go the other way and go, I love what I do. I don't know if you read in the comments, but I said no to this industry for 5 years. No, I can't sell. No, I wouldn't be one of those things. No, no, no. Who wants to hear from me? And it was literally the day that I said yes. And I was on the bones of my backside with no money. I was on like welfare a lot of my adult life. And I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. And when I said yes, my life exploded. And it was my first check that absolutely changed my life. But when it was the next check of the next woman that I helped, that I went, oh, it was like this magnet. And for me, or for that fork in the road, when you have that moment of going, which way should I go? And it truly aligns with how passionate you are and how much you are doing this for the bigger reason of who can I serve in this world. And for me, that's what gets me out of bed in the morning. That's why I will continue. Doesn't matter what life throws at me. You could throw me as much shade as you want. My vision and my light is so bright that it will never hold me down. I might take 2 steps back, but you better get out of my way because I'm going to run straight through you. Because I know the path I'm going. I see it. And when I look at what the world is doing, the world is changing, my friends. And you can either be with it or you can be behind it because 80% of businesses right now are using affiliate links. 80%. We look at Sephora, Nike. We've got so many brands out there that are just giving links for anybody to be able to do. We are essentially a walking, talking Amazon link that works all around in 50 different countries. We look at the way that Uber transformed our lives. It looked at the pain points of the world. Uber is, the biggest taxi company with not one car owned. Same thing with Airbnb. It's the biggest hotel chain with not one hotel they own. Look what Netflix did to Blockbuster. If you didn't know this, but Netflix offered themselves to Blockbuster and said, would you like to buy me for a measly amount? And Blockbuster said, and if you don't know what a Blockbuster is, I don't know if you guys, it's like the DVDs, you go to the store. Yeah, okay, go. But they went to Blockbuster and said, hey, would you like to buy us? And Blockbuster laughed. Oh, we don't need you. We're good. Like we're a brand. We've been doing this thing for 20 years, little person. You go away. Not knowing that the world was moving online. It's getting faster. It's getting more convenient. People want it now. Who wants to get in their car? Not me. Uber Eats is my best friend in the whole entire world. I Uber Eats my groceries. I Uber Eats my chemist stuff, like everything, you name it, my friends. The thing is that the world is shifting. brick and mortar businesses are amazing. We still need to touch. We still need to go out for dinner. We still need to have drinks and have emotions and have people around us. I'm not doubting that. But when we want something convenient and fast, it's turning e-commerce. But we are a hybrid. We are business, we are e-commerce with being able to have a leveraged income as well. So you're not just an affiliate link out there that's just going and selling 40 million products online and getting a little bit here and confusing your audience. You're plugging into a system in this Zoom, in this webinar today, of showcasing something like a franchise that is going to explode, and you double dip so much into being just an affiliate, but also being a leveraged income. The world is changing. We are getting faster, we're getting smarter, and it will continue to rise in this market, guys. So for me, it is a no-brainer. And even like my husband, he has a very successful business, and he always says to me, "How much you pay for this? How much you get paid?" And he goes, and you don't touch one product. No. You don't send one product. No. You just give out links and you train the team and you get paid. Yes. My husband, he has to, and you'll ask him, he has to earn at least 2 million a month to keep his lights on, pay every single bill. He has over 250 staff to pay every single bill, 2 million a month to keep the lights on. Yet you, after James finished, you have an opportunity in your hands to join for such a small piece, touch not one product, and get full benefit. No brainer. I wish somebody introduced me to this sooner. I wished I was an 18-year-old me that was not 41 now with 8.5 years in this industry. I wish I was way ahead. Every single person on the planet should be doing a business like this.
Mic drop. My gosh. If you're excited you're here today, throw a 1 in the comments below. You're getting it hot off the press. Annika, thank you so much. That's powerful perspective. 2 million a month. Gosh. Yeah. Stress just got off my shoulders because I get so much cooler.
Imagine that pressure.
Yes.
I was just about to say, imagine that pressure.
Yeah.
He hustles. If these people are sick or something goes down or, something happens in the industry, things go down. Yet you have the opportunity of an uncapped business without that pressure. Take it and run like you paid 3 million for it.
Let's go through this then. So guys, let's talk about what this vehicle is. We're going to introduce you to what we call partnership marketing. And it's with a company called Partner Co. Because in partnership, you do have to choose your partners wisely. That's how you leverage. Partnership is beautiful, but it can also be ugly if you pick the wrong partner. I'm going to bring up some potentially traumatic history here for people. Who here has ever had a toxic relationship in the past? Put a me in the comments. You don't have to say their name or anything, right? Well, bring that back up. But you know how it is, unfortunately, when you pick wrong, it could be hell on earth, basically. The same with the business, the same in business partnerships and relationships. So I think the most important thing you have to first look at is who am I partnering with? Both here. That's why I want to introduce you to Pam and Annika, myself, and our whole community, but also with our partners on the company end, John Wadsworth and Darren Zobrist. John, he comes from a background selling one product in this industry, $3 billion worth of noni for almost 30 years. Darren Zobrist, not in this industry, but he was already a very successful business person, graduate from Wharton, one of the best business schools in the world. And then he was at Goldman Sachs, and then he built his own global company, sold that, partnered together, and they wanted to develop something where they don't need the money. They're doing this for a legacy play. They have a 100-year vision, top-rated comp plan. And in 2.5 years now, this company is already hitting records around the world. It's already going from 300 million to 400 million. The next 3 to 5 years is going to be the billion-dollar run. But this was one thing that was big, Annika, because it's one thing to say it yourself. It's another thing to put into writing. PartnerCo has this Bill of Rights that promises you, as someone that chooses to partner, actual rights. They can't just change things on you. They can't just remove your foundation. So Annika, I'd love for you to speak on this because you came from another venture with you and your team, and unfortunately, they didn't have something like this there. But talk to us about the Bill of Rights.
Well, guys, this is everything. If you're ever going, and we're the only ones in our industry that have a Bill of Rights. So this protects us from our business from ever, let's say I have a team of 850 people. Tomorrow, let's say James is the owner. James says, we don't pay on the business side anymore. We're just going affiliate. So you get 30% of sales of customers, and your business that I've just spent or let's say 8.5 years building can be taken away from you like that. Yes, that quickly with a click of my fingers. And it's not your decision. In this company, it's a group decision and nothing can swap out without the Bill of Rights agreeing with it. So it protects us. 4 months ago, we had our businesses ripped from underneath us in such a cruel way that it wasn't like, and it was before Easter. So I woke up, I was on the advisory council for my company, had a 2.5 hour meeting with corporate. We spoke about the next 2026 and 6 products coming out, and I gave my advice. I spent 2.5 hours away from my family. Following morning, I woke up to 76 messages, and my business had gone. The following morning, no warning, no nothing. Never in my wildest dreams did I think that could ever happen to me, ever. 8.5 years of my life, my blood, sweat, tears, money beyond wildest dreams because I always invest back into my companies, gone, gone. And after our biggest month ever, 2 days before we got paid too. Whew, guys, I could really go into this, but I'm not bitter. I'm happy. It was like one door closed, another door open because this is just the greenest, most field I've ever stood on. So I'm so grateful. Such a silver lining with meeting leaders like James and having a comp plan and a business and a bill of rights. I don't go to bed wondering if I'm going to wake up to messages again. That will never happen to me. That will never happen to the families of my team, and that will never happen to this company. Wow. That is just everything to me. Everything I build will be protected.
That's major. The legacy play, right? Who here's here because you want to build something that your children and even your children's children can experience as well too. Put a two in the comments. Like, and I think that's important, right? This is who we attract. You know who we don't attract? People looking for just like a quick play right now and they're not thinking long term. We want people that see something beautiful and we're just like, let's partner and build something massive together for forever. So if that's who you are, you're in the right place. If not, I mean, we still love you as well too. So keep on sticking around. So thanks for sorry about that, Annika, but also thankful that that gives you more perspective on the power of something like this Bill of Rights as well too, right? Yeah.
I've watched you and Eric Worre's Zooms and everything. And I sort of go, now I get to work with you. So I've seen you, James. So to know that I get to work side by side with you and Becky has just been the greatest blessing, mate. Really has.
Likewise, likewise. Ah, love you so much. So, and I'll pay you later. Let's talk about. So, what are we doing with this company? Is anyone here okay with having fun? By the way, put a me in the comments if you like having fun. So that's also the type of people we attract. All right. So, on a business standpoint, what kind of business should you look for? Because to make money in a business, you have to sell something. So what we found is what I'm a big fan of differentiators, like things that you don't have to explain much, but can capture attention. If you have a Me Too product, like something that everyone else has, Amazon, Walmart, these types of places can easily produce that way faster. So I like being involved in health and wellness. It's consumable, meaning there's residual or recurring income, but also you want to make sure you're a part of something that truly is a different quality. And to talk about quality, I want to introduce you to one of our really good friends, top leader. She's also on what's called the Wellness Council in this company. She's a retired registered nurse. She is incredible. She is a living testament to what this program is all about. But I'm going to introduce you to Miss Pam Middleton. Pam, tell us this story. Who is this woman here?
Oh my goodness. Thank you, James. I love your introductions. Uh, so, Annika, before I introduce myself, you talked about you wish you were 20 again. Well, you can see my age there. I'd be happy to be 40 again. So, I wish I knew about this company a lot sooner. And why? Well, I just spent over 45 years in nursing as a department manager. And really, what I found is it was a one trick pony. I know MLMs are incredible. I knew that. How do I know? I tried 9 companies and I was super unsuccessful, but I knew my whole dream was to have these side incomes and to do something to create residual income for my family. And and that was my dream. And then I retire. And what do I find out is that it's enough to cover bills, etc. But it's not enough to travel the world. As a single mom, most of my career, I raised my children by myself, and I always wanted to go on vacation with them. I listened to James talking about all this. I never took my kids out of the country ever until retirement. And nobody should live like that. Everybody needs something on the side besides their income. I don't care how much you get paid. Inflation always hits, all of that stuff. And literally, I retired fat, overweight, with health issues that were just off the chain, and knew that I was going to become the patient. And instead, I found this company literally praying 10 days later. All those health issues that you see there, that's what I had. Look at my neck in this before picture. That neck is so crazy. That's just hormones totally out of whack, and which caused all those problems. But literally found the company 10 days later, and within inside of 3 months, I had lost 45 pounds. All of those health issues disappeared, and 13% body fat. Like that body fat was gone. And it's not that I use all the products, Lisa. You want to know what I use? I use everything because everything has a place and a purpose. And I didn't want to lose that weight and then have like, saggy skin and all of that. So I'm just like, I'm in it to win it. That transformation just took off and created a whole side income. But what it meant to me was to finally be able to travel with my family and do things and create memories and not just buy gifts. So if you're buying gifts for them, they're going to throw them out. They're going to outgrow the clothes. And I wanted to enjoy their company and to create those memories that'll last them and me the rest of my life.
So huge. Pam, people are
Yeah.
still tripping out about the age on the slide. This
Yeah.
says 70, but how young are you now, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I'm still 70, unfortunately. Yeah, so my birthday's in December, so I will be 71 this year. But yeah, I was so excited about turning 70. Why? Because I had health. So be able to turn back up my biological age by 5 years and not, you know, growing older, it is all about things that are normal, things that happen to us. Your body, you have knee pain. I hear people talking about their knees and their back and their this and their that. Praise God, I don't have those issues. Why? That's why, Lisa, I take all the products because I don't want to have them. A lot of people have been in accidents and all of that, and they cannot help it. But absolutely. But I wanted to be able to travel and feel like, I'm not an old lady and I can go out and do these things. So that made all the difference in the world to me.
You are an absolute inspiration. Man, we could talk
Yeah.
your face about everything. I hope you guys just love. I just love hanging out with everyone here. Like this is so fun. Okay,
Hmm.
you're also a
Hmm.
big from quality because being a registered nurse, a
Hmm.
manager registered. I mean, guys, I
Yeah.
mean, it was like the top of the food chain in a profession, basically. But also, this is you're very big stickler on quality. So, what about Partner Co. in their quality standards really stood out to you?
Yes, I think when I first met you, James, I said I want to go to see the company. I want to see how they make the products because I want to know. I want to know what I'm ingesting and taking in my body makes a difference. These certifications right here, our hospitals go through similar ones and different ones, but similar ones. And you want to know that your company has taken the time to invest in quality, highest quality from anywhere in the world it gets sourced, but it's made right here in the US. We're not getting our vitamins from another country. We're not just going in our backyard. James, did you know that you and I can go in your backyard and just pull up earth and create something and say, oh yeah, it has minerals in it and all that. The FDA says supplements are not a food, they're not a drug, FDA administration. And so they don't care. They say that if you say you have 50% of this and 50% of that, well, you just have to have 10% of what your label says. So I'm not going to go to the Walmart. I'm not going to go to Amazon or any big box stores to buy my supplements. Why? Because I know those things don't really work. So why am I going to invest money in something that doesn't work? I'd rather pay for something that does work and you can see it. So there's no regulations. You're absolutely right, guys. And these certifications say that we do have it. And just from the background of being a nurse, we're the PDR it now stands for the physician's digital record. You guys know our products are in there. Our supplements are in the PDR. The doctors can see that, and that's why when anybody takes their products to their doctor, I mean, there are exceptions, very, very rare. But when you take them, the doctor's like, oh, that's good. Give it a try. See how it is. So if I can prevent you from needing to go to the hospital and having issues and putting you on medication, well, I don't put you on medication, the doctors do, but prevent you from needing medication and can give you an alternative that works better, that goes after your fat and not your muscles, then we've done an amazing job, because you're going to wind up with your muscle tone still, instead of taking a shot or something and it's causing you to get sicker and sicker. So that's why I do what I do, and I could shout it from the rooftops because it's so amazing what these products do.
Wow. You've been using them for 9 years or so now, right, Pam?
Almost, yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Annika,
Yeah.
your face is saying all different types of things. You have a remark about all this so far? Little lag. We're getting through. The voice is
Oh,
coming.
me?
Yeah, yeah, Annika. Yeah, yeah.
What did you say? Right. Yeah, I
Oh,
don't know why. It was great.
your face was saying all types of things. Do you have any remark you want to share here?
Oh, I'm just mind blown. Know anything about like I've done this presentation before, but I had no idea about the doctors and how they were registered. And you're what age? Honey, you are a testament. You're a walking, talking product. Like this is what happens when you take these supplements. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's amazing. So how long have you been taking the supplements for? I really want to interview you now.
Okay, that's fine. Go right ahead. No. Well, in January it'll be 9 years, so it's super close. Yeah. Mhm.
And I love it how you said, guys, if anybody's like looking at ways of things, because I always look for the point of difference. Why are we better? Why are we more innovative? Like, in looking even what Pam just said then, we targets the fat, not the muscle. Have you ever heard of this thing called
Mhm.
skinny fat? Where people are still fat, but they've lost all this weight, and they're like, they got the tucky arms and like the loose skin, and they like when they walk, everything wobbles because they've lost all their muscle because they've been in a calorie
Yeah.
deficit. Pam, I bet you got 2 tickets to the gun show going on right now, right? Like I just
Oh, yeah, I got some guns going on a little bit, not a lot, but yeah, I do. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
not to lose your muscle. Do not lose your muscle. That's so important.
It's so important. Yes, yes, yes. That's
Yeah.
why you don't want to get old and look like you're old. You want to grow age, but be younger. So, yeah.
Exactly what it is. One of the programs that we talk about a lot, we lead with this, is our body balancing drops. You've used them, by the way. Put in the chats, like, what are some of your experiences? People, they look online and they say, oh, it's weight loss. It's not just weight loss, it's hormone balancing, body balancing. You balance the insulin, which is a fat storage hormone, the ghrelin, which is the hunger hormone, the cortisol, the stress hormone, leptin is the fat release hormone. When these four get balanced, all other 50 hormones in your body are positively impacted, and you experience things like better cravings and better digestion and mood. And a lot of women say, Annika, by the way, you're typing to the host and panelists rather than everyone. So we saw that
Mm.
comment, but if you want to chat to everyone, feel free to chat there.
Have I not been chatting to? Okay, sure. Thanks, guys.
No worries. So let's read it. Healed 25 years of insomnia, 65 pounds, energy, 26 pounds down, meds off, lost 35 pounds. Annika said, you got pregnant and you're claiming the drop.
It's true. It's true.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. I have to tell everybody because my belly is huge. So I'm fully pregnant. I pop out like yeah. Anyway, but it was hilarious because my husband kept saying to me because we have a I'm an older mom. And so we never like we were trying, but I struggled to fall, and I'm 41 now. And my husband said to me, "Why are we pregnant now? Like, why? What have you been doing? Why?" And I said, "I haven't been doing anything. I haven't been doing nothing." And then somebody said to me, "Have you been on the drops?" And I said, "Yeah, like religiously. Like my hormones are balanced. I feel fantastic. I'm sleeping like a baby. My periods are all equal. Like I just feel like really zen. Like, do you know that there's a lot of testimonials with pregnancy?" And I said, what? It's a thing, people. Like I know that James, yeah, you go, James, you keep popping you have them too. You want 4 kids, mate. You better keep sucking on those drops. But it's true. It's if anybody's out there and wanting to balance their hormones, balance your hormones. It definitely helps. And be careful. If you don't want a baby, and maybe, like just be a bit careful with the contraception because it can happen.
Disclaimer, we don't treat, diagnose, cure, or say
Yes,
anything.
sorry.
These are amazing. So it happened with me and my wife. We've heard it many times as well too, but health is very big. And when you balance your body, so many things happen. You just see it in the chat. Oh my gosh, so many cool things. Anyways, and congratulations again. Like this is so, so cool. So, and we see the outward stuff. If people are looking for weight loss, people lose 2 times more weight using this program than just diet and exercise by itself. But you just see in the chats, you just hear here, really the main benefits of the hormone balancing, and so much happens there, right? And the world needs this. I think what's our competitor? It's things like the shots now. It's things like medicine that are out there. It's GLP-1s. It's all these things that cost a lot of money, sometimes have bad side effects. This is a holistic, natural alternative that's a lot safer. There's no negative side effects. I've been around the drops for 14 years. I haven't seen anything weird with them. And it's very safe on your body. So lots of cool things. We also have Noni, which is an incredible product. We have 80 plus products, but this is an immune system and wellness booster. The shot a day, I say, keeps the doctor away. And it's very simple. There's tons of science on this. I won't go too much into it, but if you're looking for a one-stop shop for anything wellness, it's great. Annika, any notes on Noni?
Oh, it's got 245 phytonutrients, fights free radicals. Guys, if you got babies, like it can be given for teething, it can be headaches, people who are trying to cut back alcohol, cigarettes, like there's so many. This is the whole world should be on this product. If there's one thing, and the fact that it comes in sachets as well, put them in your bag, hand them out to your friends, get the world on it. We need to be a movement here. Game changer.
Huge, huge, huge. My gosh. So guys, if you haven't used these yet, definitely use them. Get back to the person that connected you, and we'll definitely hook you up on this. But today we're talking about business, but we want to make sure, is there something legitimate? And the world needs solutions like these, and there's going to be more. In fact, in September, we're about to have a big conference in Dallas, Texas. You're all invited. If you're going to Dallas, put a 1 in the comments below. We still have tickets available, but we just saw sneak peeks of not 1, but 2 products that we're launching, and they're like, oh my gosh, it's going to be amazing. So anyways, you're welcome
Where are these product launches? How have I missed them?
in Dallas. You'll be
No.
there.
Did you get a sneak peek though?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Did we get a
Yes.
sneak peek, James?
Um, I'll get back to you on that. Let's see what we could do. I will say Pam's trying it right now. I'm trying it right now, and it's really good. So that's all I'll say for now. So anyways, they're good. They're things that when you see them, you're like, oh my gosh, I need that in my life. So how does the business work? It's very simple. We're in 50 plus countries, as we mentioned already. We have the top comp plan in the entire industry. What does this mean? If you're going to do work, let's be real. A business will pay you if you do the work. So if you're down to do the work, here's a type that if you see a proven plan, you have guidance, and you see a plan for your success, you'd be willing to put in the work required to actually succeed. Put me in the comments below. Like, let's be real about this. This is not one of those things you're going to sit back and money just flows to you and randomly. Like, no, there's going to be work. But the question is, for the work that you put in, will it be worth it? And what I like is this comp plan pays the most. The work will be the same in anything you do. This just pays you better. So that's how I take a look at that. And there's over 8 different ways of getting paid. Won't get into exactly how it works, but simple things like when you share a product, you can make up to 43% commission. You can actually then build a sales team. And with a sales team, which is 2 strong teams, you can make a 6-figure annual income. And there's even bigger bonuses as well too. Annika, you're a comp plan master and you're very business savvy. You cut through the marketing stuff. When you take a look at this comp plan and you've run with it now and you see it pay your team, what are some of the attributes that you've liked the most?
Well, normally any industry that we have, there's maybe 3 to 4 ways of being paid. This thing has 8. And there's so even like with me learning so much about it, I'm still learning little gaps and little things even today about it because it blows my mind. Like the fact that it was awarded #1 in the world out of all of our companies, it just goes to show that it is an endless way. And you do not have to be a mathematician like at all. In my old company, you had to be like you had to get this split, that split, this person. You had to feed that leader, and we rose. Some like leaders were like. They were given spots, they were given checks, they were given places because you personally needed it. In this business, in our compensation plan, you're just chasing volume. Volume with 2 lines, volume, volume. And those lines can go unlimited wide, unlimited deep. And again, in our old comp plan, you'd cap out at 8. Sometimes because I needed the titles of certain areas, I used to have to sometimes I had to place 26 deep. I got 0 money from them. Like, I know it's all not about the money, but it's 0. Like, I'm doing all this effort. I'm plugging people in. I'm sponsoring people, and I'm getting 0 from them. I'm doing it from the kindness of my heart. At the end of the day, here, guys, I could place like 349 deep, and that's my #1. This is the whole point. Like in this one, you don't have to be a mathematician. Just chase volume, and that's it. 2 lines, boom, 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 keep them equal. Once you keep them equal, yeah, optimize them, go wide. Brilliant, easy.
Simple. What a brilliant breakdown of it. Yes, that is how it works. You don't have to play games. And don't worry, we'll help you, right? Who here would love it if someone like Annika Bell coached you on how to maximize this compensation plan, right? Put a me in the comments below. And that's what we provide, right? So the biz is very simple. To get started, it's a one-time lifetime. This is USD, so $29.95 United States dollar. If you're in Australia, $42.50. You get a business in a box ready to scale, and you have access to a system. The last piece is this. You can have the best product in the world. You can have an amazing partner team, but if you don't have a system that you can run and you can see yourself winning in and scaling in, then you've just bought a really good looking car, but there's no key to the engine. So I think support's important. I think training's important. I think environment's important. So what do? Well, we have an incredible support team. We're actually the #1 in the world. So welcome. We call this collaboration the Champions Network. There's 400,000 partners of this company. And the reason why we're #1 is because of all the amazing leaders like you see here in the chats, in our communities. We are better together, as Partner Co says. But what we do is we have simple systems. They'll attract customers to you. You don't have to just go after people and feel like you're hounding people down. We'll give you done for you stuff. We'll give you ways to actually talk to them so you don't have to try to guess and feel like you don't know what to say. We'll give you ways to then share very unique, innovative systems. When it comes to technology, our belief is leverage technology to amplify your reach so that you can show up as you. Annika, you said it so well in the beginning, is that we're like this merge of the best of both worlds. But I know that this type of stuff with both the machine that we call it here, and also we have a scaling system, an onboarding system of how to train and teach. These were some really big things as your team entered, but also as you're looking into the future that are huge. Talk to us about systems and the importance of them.
Well, I think that a lot of the time, a lot of people do not want to bring people on or coach them because they don't know what to do. Like to have that taken away from you and to just go out to people and say, "Hey, how are you today?" "Oh, I'm really good. I started a business last week I actually earned $150 on my second day, and then I was paid on Friday. And I'm just loving it. I plugged into this system and learning how to use my social media. Hey, do you have a side income? Why don't you come and do it? And I'll just plug you into the system too, knowing you don't have to train them. They're just going to run off the same system that you just started with. Like for us, the confusion is the only thing that stops us. But we have an AI onboarding system that goes, "Oh, you've reached that target. Let's get to the next one. Get to the next one." It puts aces in their places. So when you're onboarding, the hard work's done so that you can keep working. Your new brand partner can be earning an income because the first thing that we want to do, guys, is get you a check. That's it. Like if that's our number one goal, get them paid and keep them to stay. That's it. So if they're not going to stay, if they're not getting paid, but their system gives you exactly that. And you're not sitting there and going, "Oh, I've got to call it 10, I call it 11, 20, and then 12, 20." You give it to the bot. The bot will put them all in their spots. The bot in the spots. And then you get to actually train them or be able to find out where they're up to. But all that little legwork done with an easy duplicatable system that if you've got somebody from Europe, from USA, and you're in Australia like me, they can plug in and learn when they're ready as well. And you can track where they're up to. It's amazing. I would not have been able to bring on as many people as I did if it wasn't for James's systems. And it was genius, mate. Like you, I've never seen anything like it. And I'm running with it myself. And I'm so grateful that I can do that.
Likewise, and we're just making it better. So that's what we're talking about. I want to bring up, and thanks to those amazing perspectives, Annika. Pam, what I love is because when we talk about technology,
Yeah.
um, there is a real fear, especially dependent on generation. You grew up on a typewriter, as you tell me,
Yeah.
and you're, man, that's a lot, right? But when you take a look at these tools and these systems from your perspective, like how has it been for you and what types of successes have you seen in your business?
Yes, I think it is. I agree with Annika. It's so much easier because a lot of my people are older, like me, and not as old, but older, and they need to do things at their pace. So I can meet with them every day, every other day, and see where they are and help push them through. But it's really helpful for people who are still working to be able to plug in on their off time, or you just give them a little bit. Like yesterday, Kathy did her first pin post and she started getting buy-in. Her enthusiasm was crazy. She's like, "Oh my God, people are responding. What do I do? What do I do?" So for us, it's each one teach one. So once we learn it, we want to duplicate it right away. We want to put into practice what we just learned and do it as often as we need to in order to get it down into our hearts and our souls. So it's super helpful for people who are full time and they want to just do this business part time, that we're going to give them the tools to be able to do that. We're checking in, we're doing everything we need to do to help them move along.
That's huge right there,
Yeah.
right? This duplication is the magic in a business like this to getting freedom.
Mhm.
And that's why if you leverage systems and tools, just like what we talked about here, you free up your time so that when you do talk to them, because we matter, but it allows you when you utilize these tools that when you show up, you add your extra value and you're able to scale things to the next level and you just have some fun. So congratulations, Pam, to that.
Yeah.
And thank you for that
Thank
unique
you.
perspective for sure. And our goal is just to celebrate you guys. One thing I think is a very big difference about this type of business is you do it together, right? Life is lonely. We want to be a part of your life and together. We're going to travel together, celebrate together. We have so many cool things. I was just talking with Annika and one of your other amazing leaders, Saru, and we're like, we're going to Japan. You're over there. It's like, how cool. And that's a tax write-off, and we're going to make more money together and all that. But it's a very unique culture and community that when you come together, you just really see the things that are happening. So I want to plug this in before we start to wrap up here. But if you are very serious about seeing what this can really be like, we're at the beginning run of a $1 billion run. And I hope you get a glimpse. In fact, if you feel pretty good just being here right now, put good in the comments below. You're like, there's just a good vibe here, right? Your vibe attracts your tribe. It's important to feel that way. And yeah, great, 100%, right? So if you thought this was good, I want to invite you to our big annual event. We have multiple, but one in Dallas, Texas, September 11th, 13th. Many of us are going to be there. Pam's going to be there. Annika's going to be there. We're going to actually have a party at Annika rented out this really cool mansion in Dallas. So we're going to have a big celebration for being number one. That's going to be there. We have exclusive VIP tickets for that. There's others around the world like Japan. So a lot of our Aussies, they're considering going to Japan. We love to see you there as well too. Annika's going to be there. I'll be there. Others are going to be. It's just going to be a lot of fun, right? So these are some big things that are happening. But we find ourselves in a very unique situation in terms of timing. So Annika, as you take a look at where we're positioned in the marketplace, where this company is in the first couple of years, we're growing from a 300 million to a 400 million to a billion and all this stuff. What comes to your mind as someone looking at opportunities?
I think just looking at that for yourself, guys, like check it out. That's today. These are like, this is a graph that is true and true. So if you're joining today with watching us and we're just getting warmed up, we're 2.5 years in, we're number one compensation plan. We are second in the world out of 700 companies of being the biggest growth, and we're a $300 million company in 2.5 years, and we're just getting warmed up. Imagine where we're going to go. And if I was ever going to jump on any sort of business that I knew that was still at the startup phase, ooh, it would be this one. So for me to plant my flag and dig my heels in and say, I have come home, it is this company. So if you guys are seriously wanting to jump on the trend of where the world is changing, to be on an e-commerce platform that is so much more, we are a hybrid and we are going so many places, it is this business. And I get excited about being one of those legacy people. Give me 20 years down the track, all my kids will be older. Hopefully I'm not pregnant again. And we'll just, we'll be, and we'll all be legacy people. Who wants to come be a legacy person with the rest of us, right? You have the biggest gift in your hands with this business. Let us show you how much of a gift that is, because for me, I wish I said yes sooner.
Percent. Absolutely. So guys, remember what you get when you partner with us. For a one-time membership, you can try some products and everything. You get an entire Partner Code business franchise. Sorry, Annika, I don't have a cool visual, so I'm just gonna have to read things off. I feel judgment. I feel like, oh gosh. So,
no, because before James goes on, before he goes on, this business in a box, I think, because it's so epic. Like it's business in a box. That's amazing. And the fact what James is going to be saying to you afterwards is like it's an amazing investment. He has invested so much into this business to set you up for success, me up for success, us up for success. Like that is just to have somebody who's investing that much in our dreams and our ambitions is phenomenal. And if you met me 8.5 years ago, I'm not the same person. I'm sure Pam wasn't 9 years ago when she started in this business. James, James will tell his story, which is hilarious. But the leadership that goes with it, like this bloke here, he could charge hundreds of thousands of dollars a month to get what is in his brain out and coach people. He gives it away for free. Like I pinch myself that I get to work with him. And no, he hasn't paid me to say that.
Annika, thank you. Well, game recognized game. You're the same way. Pam's the same way as well too. So we get everything here, guys. A business in a box. You get all of our support groups. You get all of our mentorship. I think that in itself, I put $2,000 value. That's a lot more, Annika literally has charged tens of, she can charge $10,000+ for coaching. I've charged that before as well too. So that is what you get daily within our communities. You have that boards app with all of our pre-recorded stuff. You have the machine that's a $50,000 value, the automations and the sales funnel, and you have that launch bot for 25 grand worth. Literally, this is like just a conservative amount. This business, if you were to buy every single aspect of it, is worth $82,000. And there's many different ways to get started. But even at the highest level, if you want to max out your pay and start strong, it's like 2,500 USD. It's like 4,000 AUD, something like that, for a business that can truly be able to help you with the rest of your life and all of your dreams. So we went through a lot. At the end of this, there's going to be a couple of options, and I'll just submit these to you. If you're watching this for the first time, get back to the person that connected you here and consider, get started. There's a good, better, best. These are in USD, but basically there's a couple levels you can choose to get started with products. And these are just examples. There's many different packages out there. But I would recommend, as a business savvy person, if you want to ride fast, you want to get to this best level, this ultimate level as soon as possible, because it unlocks the comp plan, it doubles your bonuses, and it's once you're there for life. So it gets you a lot of products, a lot of cool things that you can do. Each market has their own set that you can consider. But hey, if we're going to run anyway, might as well run as fast as possible. So whether you start there or you grow yourself there, get back to the person that connected you, and we can definitely share that. Annika, I'll give you the last word as you're pondering this, and we had such a fun time. Guys, did we have fun today, at the very least? I hope we had fun. You know, so Annika, take it home.
Well, I think at the end of the day, we said before about Bill of Rights and about legacy. Like, where do you want in your life of where you sat, or if you played small? I always think that if my life was duplicated tomorrow and given to my great, 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 great granddaughter, would I be proud? Would I say I went all in? Would I say that I gave everything I could when I never said no? And this business does exactly that. My question to you right now is, are you in a rut? Because this difference between a rut and a grave is by its depth. So if you're sitting there thinking, I want something different, and the fact that you're on this Zoom right now or looking at something, it screams to me that you're looking for a little bit, more spice in your life. And this business is spicy. It's so fun, and the community is beautiful. And you have an opportunity of a legacy company in your hands. What legacy do you want to leave? And if you could look at your life and say, was I playing small or was I here to play big? And when you leave this earth, and God forbid the day that it happens, but when you leave this earth, will you be able to leave something tangible to leave to your families? And knowing we have Bill of Rights, knowing that I can will this company to my daughter, to my son, to my family, that I know when I leave this earth, I can still be looking after them. Makes me emotional even saying that. Like, that's the goal. It's not just what I can earn today, it's what can I leave tomorrow? Ask yourself that. And this is the platform, my friends.
Appreciate you. Annika, thank you. Pam, thank you. Everybody, thank you. Get back to the person that connected you. Have an amazing evening, day, wherever you're at. God bless. And can't wait to celebrate your success.
Thanks.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Pam.
I can't wait to see your baby bump. I want to see it. Somebody put in the chat. Have her stand up. Her daughter wants to see your baby bump.
Go see it.
I know. It's a bit. You can see it.
Oh, it's beautiful. That is a baby.
It's a baby.
Not about the